All right, greetings everybody. First of all, I want to say peaceful Sabbath and peaceful. It's the last day of the feast of unleavened bread, and I guess I'm coming here to now tell you guys about my story of how I got into the truth and how it's been treating me since I've been in. I started this thing around maybe my 20th birthday or 21st birthday, somewhere around that area. I was going to a Sunday church, and I was, listening to what they were saying, and I had a couple of questions and discussions and things of that nature that things didn't make sense to me. There were questions that weren't being answered, and I wanted to find answers. At the time, I was very big into history, and I was watching a couple of different YouTube pages. And that was talking about Emperor Constantine and how he changed the Sabbath from Saturday to Sunday, basically stemming into his wanting to worship pagan deities. At the time, I was also playing a video game online, and I ran into a brother that was cool. We were friends, talking about many different things, and somehow over the course of playing the game, he started talking about church, and I was explaining, the type of church that I went to, and the type of questions that I wasn't getting answered, and he proceeded to answer every single question I had, from why was the Sabbath changed, to going from Saturday to Sunday, Good Friday to Sunday, why didn't that add up, and all types of things of that nature. And he proceeded to show me a camp based in Gary, Israel Church of Jesus, and I proceeded to watch them online, still going to the Sunday church as well, just trying to hash out things, seeing which one better suited me, and pretty much I made my choice from there. As things started becoming more and more clear to me, and I started watching the Sunday church and watching the lessons online, I started going back to my pastor and asking him questions, again, why isn't this being answered, and why doesn't this make sense to me? And he really couldn't give me an answer at the time, and he would always tell me he would get back to me, or he would always tell me it'd be discussed later, and we even exchanged email addresses, and I was giving him scripture and different videos to watch, and he would reply, it's going to be in his lesson plan for next Sunday. And every time a Sunday would come up, there would be no answer. Until one day I finally stopped him. I guess he got a little annoyed with me and told me it was in the New Testament. And I went back and I'm scanning through, and I in my mind I knew it wasn't there. But I'm looking, and I couldn't find it. And I'm like, I can't find this. So I walked up to him and I said, sir, I can't find it. Where is it at? And he told me again, this to be discussed, another Sunday. And I'm like, okay. So basically from there, that next Sunday it wasn't discussed, and I made my mind up that I wasn't going to go there anymore. Over the course of the years, I've been coming across him every now and then, and he'd tell me, we have to have a discussion, we have to talk about this, why don't you come to church anymore? And I told him, I keep the Sabbath now, the Lord told us to keep the Sabbath, and that's what I do. And he's like, you don't necessarily have to do that. And I'm like, well, you're not giving me any other insight on this, so until you do, this is my choice. And after a while, he stopped popping up. But other than that, it led me into the truth. And I've been around to a few different camps. I went to the Israel of God, and now, I guess you can say I'm fellowshipping with the Biblical Christians movement by Brother Dev, and it's really nice here. They keep the Sabbath, and they basically stick strictly to the book, which is a good thing. Now, making my transition was very hard. Trying to do things like eliminating pork and dealing with the dietary laws and learning about the feast days. Sometimes those things became a little difficult for me to understand, especially at first dealing with keeping the Sabbath. I didn't quite understand that the Sabbath started Friday evening. So at times I'll be outside having fun and everything, and then when Saturday came, I would watch the lessons, and then Saturday night I would go back out, and I realized I'm not keeping the whole Sabbath. It's supposed to be 24 hours. It's supposed to be from Friday evening to Saturday evening. So I began to make those corrections, and I began to explain to my friends, what was going on. A few of them didn't necessarily agree or feel as though it was the right thing for them, which, they have that right, and that's cool. So if anybody else out there is trying to talk to their friends about it, the trick is to be humble and slow and patient with them. Over time, they will gradually see the light and see your actions and how you handle yourself in it, and it may win them over. Just continue to pray and be strong. Other than that, what else can I say?